friendly reminder that Kendrick Lamar is worth $140 million. So if there's anything you need to ask yourself is, what is Kendrick Lamar doing after he's done with this performative activism? Because that's what it is. What he just did on stage, and so many celebrities love doing. What is he doing after that? And if the answer is nothing,
Hey lovelies, welcome back to the channel. Today we are diving into a wide debate that's been trending all over social media. A white woman recently questioned Kendrick Lamar'S activism, calling it performative, and let's just say, black folks did not hold back in their responses. From calling her out for being in black business to breaking down why Kendrick was never activating for her in the first place, the reactions have been loud, and we are about to break it all down. So if you are new here, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe because we always bring the real conversations. Now, let's get into it.
I'm so sick of y'all in our black business. If you are not black, don't speak on Kendrick Lamar. We are not joining you. I saw in your comments someone say, oh, well, how should we unite? How do we do this? How do we come together? You said we should all unite. We not uniting with y'all asses. Y'all fucked up. Your people fucked up. We ain't got shit to do with that. 92% to 84% ain't got shit to do with that. We are not y'all problem or your solution. Y'all always looking for black bodies to save y'all. Save your own damn self. We got our own shit to worry about. And minding your business is not one of them, okay, honey? Stop looking for our black people to save your ass. I don't even know what fuck you are. I really don't give a damn. You not black. Stop speaking on black people, black artists, black activists, black whatever. If it's black, keep it out your mouth. You are no longer our problem. You are no longer for us to activate for or march for in the streets. Y'all are on y'all own, and I don't know what y'all don't understand about that. Y'all talk so much shit about black people, and when we finally sit down and shut the fuck up, oh, he makes $140 million. What is he doing with his fake activism? He wasn't activating for y'all, ho. He was activating for black people. It wasn't about you. It's crazy when the shit is not about y'all, y'all go ham. Y'all have to be seen. You are not important to us. What's important to us is making sure our black bodies are safe. And they're not going to be safe marching there out there with y'all asses. You're on your own. Handle your own fucking business. Take care of your own fucking people. Because they the ones that fucked you up when they went to the voting booths. We didn't.
Let me ask you a question. Are you black? Are you black? Because if you ain't black, who are you to sit here and judge about what is activism and not activism from a black man on that Super Bowl stage? A black man, let alone Kendrick Lamar. Are you black? Because that performance wasn't for you. You and your people have more pressing matters to worry about. And I'm not trying to be facetious when I say that. I'm dead serious. You got more pressing things to worry about than being in black folks' business and worry about how we protest and not protest. That's what you need to worry about. I'm sick of this, man. Like, everybody who ain't black always in our business, bro. Always worrying about how we doing something and what we doing. Black folks on November 5th try to save everybody. And y'all still nitpicking at us while you got a whole white demon in office, bro. Worry about him and what he's doing to your people and everybody else. Like, this take is so weird. I cannot, bro.
I mean this as disrespectfully as I can possibly get it. Who the fuck are you again? I don't remember. In the whole time I've listened to hip hop, and as many times as I've listened to that song, and as much of Kendrick Lamar as I internalize on a year-to-year basis, I don't remember asking you a goddamn thing. Who the fuck are you? Why you patting his pockets? How about you pat the pockets of Elon Musk? He's worth 400 and something odd billion fucking dollars. Oh, that's right, and he's fucking the American people. Do you have any time for that? Excuse me, I'd like to talk to you about the fact that you all up in black folk business when you should be over here worrying about the guy that's fully fucking American. But who the fuck are you? Performative activism. Who the fuck are you? Stay there for a second. Excuse me. Excuse me. the entire black delegation. Did we ask Kelly anything about what the fuck is in Kendrick Lamar's bank account? Does anybody remember asking that? Anybody? There's a consensus of who the fuck are you? Boy, you goddamn leftists, man. Woo, you progressives. He is an entertainer. The fuck do you want him to do? He takes care of his community while you over here running off at your goddamn jaw meat. In business that don't belong to you. The business that don't pay you. Here you is. Who the fuck are you? I just want to know, what is he doing with his performative activism? Probably more than you are. A new day has dawned. Thanks to women that look like you failing the fucking assignment once again. A new day has dawned amongst us in the melanated community. And in one collective strong voice, in one collective strong voice, we are all saying as loud as it can possibly be said, mind your fucking business. Why don't you talk to the motherfuckers that put us in a situation where a guy like Kendrick Lamar would actually perform Not Like Us and all the rest of the songs that he did during a halftime show attended by current President Donald Trump, the fucking fascist? Who the fuck are you? When we want the opinion of motherfuckers way the fuck outside of our goddamn communities, we'll send you a raven from Winterfell. Until such time, be quiet. Ain't nobody talking to you. The fuck are you?
See, it's idiots like you is why I came back on this app. Or honestly, it's also idiots like you is the reason why I feel this app is getting toxic. And I'm speaking into this mic because I want you to hear me very, very clearly. You are absolutely 100% gaslighting and fear-mongering and hate raging all at the same time with a stupid question like that. I don't think you get the logistics of what a rapper is, or what a hip-hop artist is, or what a musician is, or even what an artist is. I don't. Behind those fashionable tortoise frame glasses of yours that basically speaks posers to people like me with real astigmatism, I feel like that is literally what you're doing. You are doing all three things at once. Fear-mongering, gaslighting, and rage baiting, all at the same time. In nowhere and in any logistics was that ever a discussion that never needed to be made, or any original thought that you had stated in that entire video was ever necessary. And you make yourself look stupid even more doing it. You really are. At no point was your video making that statement about Kendrick was ever necessary. And to try to make yourself look like you're smart and intelligent to say that is the dumbest take that I've ever seen in the history of this video, of this TikTok. And while yes, I seem like I'm gullibly, simply minded to be gullible to make this response video about it, but it's only entertaining to me because I felt the need to express it to you, whether you ever see it or not, on the fact that people like you who are existent to do things like this just proves of why we are the laughing stock country in this entire planet Earth. People in the East are feeling sorry for us. I know this. The Shanghaozhou app, I've been on there more often to see it, because in many of the chats that I've been in and I've observed, they've been feeling bad for us. They feel bad for us. Canada is sick of us. Well, more of our government, but not us. And then Gaza and the Palestinians right now in Gaza are mad at us, despite your performative and in your decisions, in your discussions. So let me guess, you're trying to be Maya 2.0? Is that what you're doing? Because, sweetheart, it's not going to help. It's not. See, I've already known there are several people who have made responses videos to that. But it's videos like this of the dumb takes that you're making right now is exactly why I came back on this app, because I refuse to let a red tyrant who is given credit for bringing this app back to be the reason why that I don't want to get on this app, even if minimally I am. Again, at no rational point that you're in any video did you say anything about that. And if I have to quote Biddy Madison, then I will say it. What you had said was the most dumbest thing ever to be ever said. At no point was there any irrational thought than what you said in that video. And everyone here, including TikTok, are unfortunately dumb enough and feel sorry that you had to even post that. And we feel sorry for you having to even speak those words. We award you no points. And God have mercy on your fucking soul.
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. All the way up, shut fuck mountain. You've heard it before, apply that shit. Shut it up. Because you absolutely have no clue. Why? Because you do absolutely no research. And you don't really have to research because he's talked about it in interviews. But if you need to, you can Google it. You can Google his philanthropic efforts. You can Google it. Outside of scholarships for underprivileged youth, community projects, what else is there? Giving to various organizations in the community he grew up in and was raised in. Also donating to homeless and battered women's shelters. I mean, there's just so many things that he does, and he fights on top of it for racial equality. You are talking to a Pulitzer Prize winning writer. That's who you're talking to. That's who you're talking about. Nothing that he's ever done has been performative. Nothing. But your white adjacent ass wouldn't understand that, would you? You are so far up Aubrey's ass that you don't know which way is up and which way is down. Don't fuck with the wrong one. Because you're going to get your feelings hurt. He does for his community. Unlike Aubrey. That video where he was giving away money, he did that for the video. He did that for the video. Anything that Aubrey does is performative. Always has been performative because he ain't about that life. He ain't never been about that life. Never been. And the difference is Kendrick doesn't have to put it in a video. Aubrey did. Aubrey did because that's not who he is. But he wants everybody else to believe that's who he is. So he put it in a video. I have not seen a video Kendrick has done where he's put his philanthropic efforts into the video. You know why? Because it's not a one-time thing. It's his life. It's how he leads his life. It's just what he does. When it's not what you do, you want everybody to see what you do. But I'm quite sure that there are plenty of people in Compton that can attest to what K-Dot does for them. So how about you shut the fuck up and stay off a black man's ass? You ain't got no business on this side. Not none. You don't relate to us. You not us. Get your shit.
Live from Petty News, or we're live for local or shade making. You chalk silkworm, shut the hell up. No one cares what you think. Here's what you're gonna do. Ask one of the other celebrities out there who have way more money than Kendrick Lamar gonna do. Like, hey, what is Jack Nicholson gonna do? He got money. You ain't saying shit about him, huh? Oh, or what about all the people who actually have done damage to people, like Donald Trump himself? Like, what is he gonna do? He ain't did shit yet. But make our America trash even more. Oh, let's ask another question. Like, what is the whole Nickelodeon team gonna do to actually make people's lives better? Because a lot of their money was made off of ill-gotten gains. Why aren't you talking about them? Like, why aren't you talking about that? Like, what about the people from Disney? What are they gonna do? Because those people are the ones who actually did things that need to be paying back with all the money they got. Why you asking about them? See, you chalk-coated sea beavers are just the weirdest creatures I've ever met. An albino muscadine can't be that fun, I'm assuming, because apparently you chalky muskrats don't understand that he did his part. It's up to the rest of the world to start catching on. So here's the question. Why aren't you asking the people who actually have harmed people, like Harvey Weinstein's foundation? Why are you asking what he's going to do to make better this country? What are you asking about now? What you going to ask about them? Because there's a lot of people like Woody Allen and all those people who ain't did shit to help this country prosper, but made money off doing treacherous things to people. But you ain't asking those questions. Kendrick Lamar make a post-Super Bowl performance of amazement, and you're mad about it. And these are the same people who listen to Slipknot and understand everything he's saying, but don't understand what Kendrick Lamar is saying. It's crazy as fuck. I'm not even going to talk about that, though. Whatever. Not the point. Do us all a favor, you chalky muskrat. Hold these McNuggets. Do better with life. And remember, before you ask what black people are going to do, ask what the rest of y'all are going to fucking do first. Because y'all got all the shit. You just ain't did shit to help out. And make sure when you get those McNuggets, you dip it in that honey mustard. You know, that honey cilantro. It's going to be amazing for you. Dip that shit because you're wildin' if you think more than that. Peace.
Remember when I told y'all that they don't like to see black joy? Remember the whole Beyonce Bowl and how black women were excited, they were joyful, they enjoyed the performance, we were feeling unified, and then along comes somebody to break up all that joy and unification amongst black people? Well, yeah, one of them has stepped into the ring to break up all of this black unification, all of this black joy. Why is she picking Kendrick Lamar's pockets? There's a whole bunch of other millionaires and billionaires out there. Why is she picking Kendrick Lamar's pockets? She got nothing to say about Elon Musk, a billionaire 400 times over. She got nothing to say about how he's tearing down the people in this country. She got nothing to say about the president of the United States and all that he is doing to tear down people in this country. No, she got nothing to say about them. She gonna put it on the shoulders of a black man because he got money. Because he's got money and black people enjoyed his performance. Black people were unified and joyful over seeing him talk about the system. Yeah. She saw all of this black joy and she put her foot in the ring to break up the unification and the joy. Somebody asked her, what the fuck is she doing? Lord, Pastor Caldwell follows me, and I swear every time I do a video, I do it with Pastor Caldwell in mind. I do it with my mama in mind because they watch me. The people I work with, they watch me, and every time I start the video, I tell myself, Tabitha, watch your mouth. And every video, I fail.
So let's talk about this white woman who decided to question Kendrick Lamar's activism and the way black flows responded. Because let's be real, this isn't even just about Kendrick Lamar, it's about the constant pattern of non-black people, especially white flocks, inserting themselves into conversations that don't concern them, demanding accountability from black public figures while conveniently ignoring the real power structures that are actually responsible for the world's problem. First off, let's get one thing straight. Kendrick Lamar is not a politician. He's not a government official. He's not a billionaire CEO exploiting workers and dodging taxes. He's an artist, a rapper, a storyteller, and yet this woman, whoever she is, decided that Kendrick Lamar's activism needed to be scrutinized. That is his contribution needed to be picked apart and evaluated as if he was running for office. The question is, why? Why is it that every time a black public figure speaks out on social issues, they have to justify themselves in a way that white celebrities rarely ever do? Nobody is asking Taylor Swift what she's doing after she supported LGBTQ plus rights. Nobody is checking Leo DiCaprio's bank statements every time he talks about climate change. But let's a black artist, even one as critically acclaimed and respected as Kendrick Lamar, speak on issues affecting the black community, and suddenly they have to prove they are doing enough. And let's talk about the way black folks responded to this nonsense, because they made it very clear. This is not our fight. Whatever problem this woman and her community are dealing with, they need to handle it on their own. And honestly, that is the energy. For too long, black people have been expected to be at the forefront of every social movement, expected to march, expected to protest, expected to be the moral compass of society while everyone else benefits from our labor and sacrifices. And when we finally say, nah, we are out sitting this one out, you will lose your minds. The audacity of this woman to say, what is Kendrick Lamar doing after his performative activism? As if he was out here campaigning for her people in the first place. He wasn't. He was speaking for black people. He was addressing our issues, and the fact that she felt entitled to demand explanations as if Kendrick owned her anything just goes to show how deeply ingrained white entitlement is. And let's get into that word, performative, because I find it real interesting how people love throwing that word around when it comes to black celebrities. What exactly makes activism performative? Because if someone like Kendrick Lamar, who has a whole album dedicated to unpacking black strugglings, who has constantly used his platform to talk about systemic racism, and who has actually given back to his community, is considered performative, then who the hell is actually doing the real work? The reality is, people love using the word performative as a way to dismiss black activism. It's a lazy argument that allows people to discredit someone's message without actually engaging with it. Because if Kendrick Lamar's activism is performative, then what does that say about white laborers who post black squares on Instagram during protests and then go right back to ignoring black issues? What does it say about politicians who show up at rallies for photos ops but don't actually push policy that help black communities? If we are going to talk about performative activism, let's start there. And another thing, why is she so focused on Kendrick's bank account? Why is this even a conversation? The man worked for his money, he earned it, he built his career off his own talent and storytelling. But somehow, his wealth needs to be questioned. Meanwhile, Elon Musk is out here sitting on hundreds of billions of dollars, actively making life worse for workers and economy. And you all are silent. Jeff Bezos built an empire of worker exploitation, and you all don't have his same energy. The US government spent billions of dollars on war while people in this country are struggling to afford basic health care, and yet Kendrick Lamar is the one that needs to be answered for where his money is going. Make it make sense. See, this is why black folks are done playing the role of saviors. We are not here to fix everything. We are not here to match for you all. We are not here to keep explaining the same thing over and over again while people refuse to listen. This woman thought she was making some deep, intellectual, critical, but really she just exposed the fact that she doesn't understand the assignment. Black people are focused on black issues, and if that upsets you, if that makes you uncomfortable, if that makes you feel abandoned, then maybe, just maybe, you should look at your own community and ask why you are in this position in the first place. Black people didn't put you all here. Black people didn't create this system. Black people didn't march into voting booths and screw over your futures. That was on you all. Handle your own business. And finally, let's acknowledge the sheer arrogancy of thinking that a white woman's opinion on a black man activism is even relevant. Like truly, who asked you? Who sent for you? Who told you that your voice was needed in this conversation? Because from what I can see, black folks are out here doing just fine, making our own assessment of Kendrick Lamar and his impact. We don't need outside commentary from people who don't even understand what is at stake. At the end of the day, this entire situation just proved that people still don't know how to mind their business. Kendrick Lamar will continue doing what he's doing. Black folks will continue to move the way we see it. And if that makes some people uncomfortable, well, that sounds like a personal problem. If you made it this far, drop a comment below and let me know what you think. Are people out of line questioning Kendrick Lamar's activism, or do they have a point? Let's talk about it. And don't forget to like, subscribe and hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next video. I will see you all in the next one.